How's everybody doing tonight? It's Kelly. Welcome to Solution Seekers. I genuinely hope that everybody is thriving, staying healthy, doing all that you possibly can for everybody. I think we've been faced in this generation with some issues that we've never experienced before, and so just like anything else, what do we do about it? We can either focus on the problem or focus on the solution. There has to be some type of solution that works for the individual. But looking at the bigger picture, what's our solution collectively? Um, I've been adamant for the last few weeks, really the last 3 weeks, on looking and addressing the human spirit. It's the only common denominator that I can see throughout our history as a species that's been on this planet, that it's the one thing that's enduring. It's the one thing that constantly lives. It is something that we all possess. We reach a point to where um, the issues today, the most pressing issues today, is something that we all share. So what are we going to do about it? I mean, we can rest at a problem. We can look at the solution. We can see the most effective solution that works for everybody. Or how about this? How about just everybody just trying to acknowledge one another, even with the social distancing? But I've noticed that people are acknowledging people. Neighbors are speaking to one another. People are opening doors for people. People are not having these way out expectations like they used to have, at least here in Los Angeles. I'm at work right now. I work at Caltech University, and I've been scanning books for the students so they can start their semester yesterday in a few more weeks. Online distance learning from the elementary school up to the academic higher learning education centers. Everybody's up at odds because nobody really knows what to do. But sometimes the best we can do is the best that we can do, and everything becomes a learning process. Elevating, reaching out, asking somebody who has these skills, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? A lot of people are having meetings at work on Zoom, telecommuting. So many people are not working. Some of the jobs that are being offered are in places that are haphazard for some people because of the health issues. Maybe they don't want to bring the health issues home. I know several people who have quit their jobs because they don't want to infect their parents or their grandparents on which they live with, or the people that they live with, and they're just in shock and all about everything. And what do we do? The politicians don't have an answer. The scientists don't have an answer. But you know, we're going to get through this, but it's just one day at a time. Sometimes just 15 minutes at a time. Because 15 minutes is doable. Sometimes one day seems to be a far stretch, but I was inspired. I was watching. I watch a lot of motivational speakers. Inky Johnson being one of my favorites, and he addressed one of the series that he started called "Sudden Change," and you know what, the depth of that, just the depth of the work. 'Cause I was thinking about it and what he was expressing, and how I can apply it and looking at it myself. Because I'm very comfortable with being uncomfortable. When things are going well, I don't like them because I'm always looking for the bump in the road. And I love to be challenged constantly, and being comfortable with being uncomfortable is just it's just a fact for me. And I try to express it to other people, and sometimes I'm deemed to be a hard ass or an asshole or whatever. But my life experiences have been the sum total of always being the underdog, always outnumbered, always outgunned, and yet I'm still here. But I'm also a person who believes I have faith in the things that are unseen, and I rest in that. I know that God has had my back and will constantly have my back. But I'm still taking precautions on everything that I do. And it's just about adding quality and value to the people around me, man. And That's an amazing place for somebody like myself, because prior to 2012 I could really care less about anybody else, and it was just all about me and what I was doing. I was like my own god, and I really didn't care about anything else. I didn't even care about any myself or anybody else, and I always put myself in harm's way. But today, the growth, as we grow as an individual, we start learning. We start learning more about it, and the more that I focus on the human spirit, not the human condition, because the human condition is all about me and what am I getting, but the human spirit is something that is just a sum total of some amazing stuff that it goes beyond conception, at least for me. But I do like to try to invest as much as I can into the next individual. That gives me a sense of purpose. It gives me a sense of belonging and helping my fellow man. And along the way during my life, a lot of people have helped me. Um, but I didn't see it that way. My perception was that there's an angle, there's this or there's that, but everybody has an agenda. I have an agenda. My agenda is that everybody thrives and be the best version of themselves possible, if they choose to do that. But in order to do that, there has to be some type of sacrifices for the things that you really want in your life. And I don't care what it is. Everybody. But me myself, I focus on the simplicity of life. I think there's more value, more depth and value and weight in the simplicity of things, because I can replicate that every day. So many people want to do things big, they want to do the big. But can you replicate that every day? I'm looking for some consistency. I've always been consistent. Although the things that I was working for always worked against me. But today, that consistency that I have today is predicated on, you know, quality and value in my life and those around me. Um, that seems to be my walk. And like I said, that I'm living my life in the life that God wants for me, not the life that I really wanted for myself. And I'm always, I keep constantly applying for these jobs, and I keep getting these rejection letters and rejection letters and these over and over and over and over. But you know what? It's just telling me that maybe my walk is somewhere else. Maybe that what I've been doing that I love so much, working in libraries, it's just time to move on to something else. And with everything that's going on now, it's just like, man, I start questioning my whole place in life. And did I make the wrong decisions? Did I make the right decisions? But you know what? A lot of the decisions that I've made have been the right ones. But my perception is telling me that because I didn't get what I thought that I should get with some seeded expectations, that it was the wrong one. But when I'm really looking at the bigger picture of it, they were always the right ones. And I see a lot of depth and weight in that. I'm a person who likes a process. There's always a set process, but sometimes the processes pop up from different angles, and then it just brings on a whole new dilemma or a whole new set of challenges and obstacles and hurdles. And I thrive in that environment because it's never what happens, is but what are we going to do? When you're really pressed, when your back is against the wall, what do? You can't always depend on people. Let's be honest. The only person I can really depend on is myself and God. But that works for me. I know everybody has their own conception of whatever, but hopefully that you have something that works for you, or even faith in yourself. Because for a long time I never had no faith in myself. I put my faith in everybody else around me, and I was always disappointed because, once again, there was some seeded expectations, and if I really want to disappoint myself, I start having all these expectations for people, these baseline expectations, and you know what, and sometimes people just don't live up to what you expected. But at the end of the day, are you living up to what you expect in your life? Looking at everything today is, what can I possibly do today? Can I extend my hand to the next man or next woman or the next individual, and be of service to them, and help somebody else out that really needs it, Like when all this came around, I said I started growing my beard, looking kind of old, but I'm gonna grow my beard until this COVID thing has been conquered, and it might be down to here, or it might be here, or it could be in a couple more days. I don't know what they're gonna do about it, but I'm not focusing on what they're gonna do about it. I'm just focusing on the day and what can I do? What can I do today to constantly bring some value in my life and to those around me? And yeah, I, I'm just like everybody else. I don't know what's going on, but I do know what's going on with me. And the only thing I can do is just focus on trying to inspire, maybe try to push and mold, and don't let people get that panic hysteria over this toilet paper. That's a totally different. That's totally another different topic. But watching the news and just seeing all these numbers and the infection rate versus the death rate and the demographics and whatever. But the sad part about it is people are going to die. But over 7,000 people die every day in the United States, but that doesn't get noticed. You know, but unfortunately, people are going to die as a result of all this, and that's a very unfortunate. But I think what it's going to do is it's going to make us grow as a society. Hopefully, become closer, more united, and some things are going to change within our system that makes life that much greater. Coronavirus is not going away once it dissipates some, because it's popped its head. It's popped its reared its ugly head, and it's still going to be around. Are we prepared to deal with that? Only time will tell. But that's so far off, and you have to look at the issues that are prevalent today, and these kids going to continue getting educations. What about our economy? But we'll face that. We'll meet that when those challenges come up, and you can listen to the pundits, you can listen to the politicians, and nobody really knows what's going on until we're actually pressed with making some decisions. Well, I just wanted to chime in on that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been scanning books all night for the last 7 hours. I'm tired, and I hope that you got some quality and value for that. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to make something in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.